little camp was the worst. In the 62 barrack, is every morning people died during the night. In the morning you had a squad with the wheelbarrow and took them to this crematorium. The flame was running 24 hours a day. The stench of burnt flesh. Is that humanity? Honestly. It's only after the war that I've been here to the crematorium. It'll take a long time for the human race to be forgiven. I was here when I was a young boy. I know you'll never forget that you saw a survivor. I know that. Yeah. You must not forget that. It always bothered me. Why? Why? What the Jews did to deserve it. No human being deserved something like that.
It's the big weekend for Rabbi Zevi Saunders. His father has come to meet his American fiancée Erica and her family for their strictly kosher wedding.
Welcome to sunny Manchester.
It doesn't feel very warm out.
I'm getting hitched, as we would say in the South.
Jewish law forbids Zevi from seeing Erica until their wedding on Sunday. So he'll be spending the Sabbath in Southport, home to a dwindling Jewish population.
We are now at Southport Shul, where I am the rabbi of. It's part-time. Because, of course, there are no kosher shops here in Southport. And, of course, we obviously brought all our stuff for Shabbos. Otherwise, we'll starve. This is the Southport Synagogue, very beautiful shul. Unfortunately, we get an average of about 18 men on the Shabbos morning and about 10 women. As you see, this is a big shul with great acoustics, and therefore, even if I do shout, it's not too bad on people. When I was in college, in yeshiva, small little room, very small, and they banned me because I was too loud. Show me your muscles. There you go. And then you put it just...
12-year-old Sam Jaffe is preparing for his bar mitzvah, learning how to put on tefillin prayer boxes.
And now you are wearing tefillin.
He's the only boy in 6 years. The future looks bleak for the Southport Jewish community.
Nothing new for communities to be vibrant for 30, 40, 50 years and then to diminish and people move elsewhere. The synagogue are having our service at 7 o'clock. We can come in your... Manchester is growing, but don't forget, Jews are nomadic. We are famous for it. We are the wandering Jews.
Well, we're treading the cobbles in Paris again.
After a hard day's buying in Paris, Joel treats his staff to a kosher night out.
L'chaim. The menu's the same all over the world. You've got gefilte fish, chopped and fried fish, herrings, stuffed cabbage. They make shekel soup. The last time I had these, my grandma made them. We're going back 20-odd years. It's like a ravioli, and it's got meat inside. Very, very nice.
I don't know very much about my family history. I think my dad once told me my grandma on his side came from America, and she came over here with her mother, and there was half a dozen children. I'm not quite sure.
I don't eat anything else. I only eat breast. I'm a breast man.
Yes,
okay.
I know, but I don't have a breast.
You have no breast of chicken. Oh, poor you.
Sunday morning in Manchester, And the preparations are well in hand for Zevi and Erica's wedding. It's a fairy tale occasion, topped with a surprise wedding cake.
Because I proposed in a castle, this is a surprise. She doesn't know that the cake I've got for her resembles a castle. If it rains, this is going to get rather wet. Never mind. What can we do? This is the ketubah, the Jewish wedding document, which basically says that I have undertaken to feed and to clothe, including all her medical costs, and certain undertakings if we get divorced, which hopefully we won't.
Do you like it? It's not too poofy?
No. I don't think it's poofy at all.
You're gonna love this. What I do remember is he said, I want to honor you and cherish you and love you, and because we are Orthodox Jews, the only way I can do that is by marrying you.
You match us perfectly.
So then he addressed me and he got down on one knee and he said, Tsiona Sarah Korman Bas Rav Meir Halevi, which is like my full Hebrew name. Will you marry me? And he, had a ring and everything. He's very cute.
Good colors.
She was not raised strictly kosher, but I see how it works for her, and it works beautifully, and that's what makes her happy.
I mean, normally in America, the day of the wedding, the groom can't see the bride until they actually get married. But here, Zev and Erica haven't seen each other since December.
It's not just the bride that wears white. Zevi's coat is called a kittel, and it signifies purity. It also doubles as a burial shroud.
The Britishness is a little different, but the Jewishness is all the same. The only thing, women here more wear these big fancy hats, but that's more a British thing than anything.
We're going to the wedding. Weddings are a major part of our religion. If a girl meets a boy, before you know it, there's an engagement, and within 12, 14 weeks, that wedding is done. Yeah. You mustn't cry. It's a happy day. We don't cry. Oh!
Ilana Bas.
She's come in from outside, and now we're waiting for Zev, the bridegroom, the chosen, to come and put the veil over her to check she's the right girl.
This veiling tradition recalls the biblical story of Jacob, who married the wrong woman, hiding her face behind a veil. Zevi and Erica are married beneath a canopy known as a chuppah. It symbolises the home they will share.
If your child is marrying a Jewish girl, then you know that your grandchildren and their children are going to continue to be Jewish. If there isn't a Jewish wedding, then there's no continuity.
It's the happiest day of your life. It's probably the happiest days of your parents' life. Very, very holy, happy day, happiest day of your life.
Zevi breaks from tradition and lays on a surprise, thanking God for his bride with a spirited rendition of Psalm 30. Erica and Zevi have fasted all day and have never so much as touched each other. Now they're alone, together for the first time in their lives.
We've had a 2-hour break, and now we're in for the dinner and the dancing and the music, completely separate. Women on one side, men on the other. No women together and men together mixed at all.
You go to a Jewish wedding, you'll see a lot of people being very happy, dancing, literally bouncing off the walls. But when we talk about being happy, we talk about being happy on religious lines. So yes, we separate the men from the women, so the men can dance without worrying about impressing the women, and the women can dance without worrying about impressing the men.
The women watch the men, by the way. But the men don't watch the women. No.
Join us to dance and express our joy for this bride and groom. Welcome, thank you, and l'chaim.
Religious people don't have honeymoons. From when they get married, they have Sheva Brachos for a week, which is 7 days of wining and dining and having parties in someone's house or in a restaurant, and they're not allowed to touch each other.
I haven't had any official sex education. I had a few marital lessons where we learn about the laws that pertain to marriage, the extra special laws and things like that. I suppose they want me to learn on the job.
And then it may be babies again. It's always babies.
Zevi and Erica's wedding represents a Jewish continuity that is very real